beginning to worry. Where is Susan?
Yeah, well, that's the question of the hour, isn't it? Where's the wandering niece? Waited for the last bus from Mendocino, and she wasn't on it. I tried to phone you, but the storm's knocked out the lines again.
Oh, Mike, now I really am worried.
Well, she is 18.
I know, but it's not as if she's like anyone else.
Marion, we don't know what she's like.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she's all right now.
Well, she did spend 3 months in a mental hospital.
It was a sanatorium. She had a nervous breakdown when Don and Grace were killed. You know that.
Oh, look, Marion, you know I gave myself this year to write my book. Now, we don't know what we're getting into.
Oh, you knew all about her when I suggested she come and live with us.
All right, all right.
I mean, after all, she is my sister's only child, and we do
need the money right now because I'm not earning anything. Yes, I know the lines by heart.
Well, then why are you going
look,
into
Marion,
it?
I took the $300 a month out of her inheritance so she could come here and live with us. Now, let's not get into a big flap about it, okay?
Well, maybe we should call the police, huh? I'll get it. Hello, Aunt Mary. Oh, Susan, come in. Oh, Mike is here.
Yes, I can see that, Marion. Hello, Susan.
Hello, Uncle Mike. Well, here, let me take that wet coat. There's nothing to be afraid of. You know, Uncle Mike waited for you at the bus stop. What in the world happened to you?
I don't know. I got on the bus, and it turned out to be the bus to Reno instead. So I got out, and I took a taxi and then a train.
Oh, you poor darling. You must be exhausted.
No, I'm all right.
Well, come on. We'll go upstairs, and I'll show you your room, and then we'll get you something hot for supper.
Oh, I've eaten already, but thank you.
Well, maybe something hot to drink then. Some cocoa?
Fine.
Oh, Susan, I can't believe it. You know, it's been 4 years since we've seen you.
Oh, I don't really remember.
Well, it doesn't matter. Mike, you go heat up the cocoa, will you?
Yeah, well, sure.
Thank you. Oh, it's heavy.
What's that?
Herman, I hope it's all right.
You didn't say anything about a cat.
Oh, Mike.
Oh, not that I mind.
Oh, he's really very good. They let me keep him with me at the sanatorium.
Oh, Herman will be just fine. Well, come on, let's go upstairs, love, and we'll get you into something more comfortable. Well, this will be your room. Used to be Jude's, but he only comes home from college a few days at a time now. It's lovely.
How is Jude?
Oh, he's fine. Oh, would you like to get out your robe?
Oh, yes.
As a matter of fact, he wrote he's coming home tomorrow with his roommate for spring vacation. I'm going to put them in the guest room because it has 2 beds.
How old is Jude now?
Well, would you believe he is 15? He is the youngest boy in his class at MIT. Well, that's what happens when you give birth to an electronic genius.
Aunt Mary,
Uh-huh.
I want you to know how much I appreciate your letting me stay here.
Oh, nonsense.
I'll try not to be too much of a burden on you and Uncle Mike.
Oh, Susan, stop talking that way. We love you. We want you here.
I'm going to pay for everything. I have plenty of money. The lawyer said that the estate and the insurance come to $250,000.
Look, don't worry about that. We're your only living relatives. You belong with us. Look, now, you get into something comfortable, and when you're ready, you come down, okay?
Okay. Grown-up cat. Right, Herman? We don't have Mother and Dad anymore, but we're going to be very brave. And we will not cry. no matter how much we miss them.
Susan. Susan.
Who is it?
Susan.
Who is it? What?
Susan.
Oh, no. Oh, no, please, I do not hear anything. No.
Susan.
Stop. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Susan, what is it? What happened?
Oh, it was nothing yet, Marion.
But why did you scream?
It was the lightning. It came so close to the house. I've always been afraid of thunder and lightning.
Well, now, Susan, there's nothing to be frightened of. You know, Jude put a very exotic lightning arrestor on top of this house to protect his electrical stuff.
Oh, I know it's silly, but...
Mike, would you... Susan, look, I know that this is all very new to you. It probably makes you anxious.
No, I'm not anxious, Aunt Mary.
Well, I just want you to know that you can come to us whenever you need help or just somebody to talk to.
Thank you.
I mean, we know how upset you were after your parents were killed, that you withdrew into your own world for a long, long time, and we wouldn't want that to happen again.
Oh, it won't. I promise. I'm really all right now. I'm just very tired.
Well, why don't you get undressed and get into bed, and I'll bring up your cocoa. It'll help you sleep.
Okay.
And everything will look better in the morning.
Come on, Herman. Fess up. Did you talk to me? Huh? I always knew you were some kind of fink. Either that or I am flipping out again. Come on, Herman. You're just going to sit around and be inscrutable, or you're going to level with me?
Susan. 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 Susan.
No.
Susan. In here.
No, I'm not hearing it. No, I'm not.
You comfortable?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, Mike and I have to go to the airport now to pick up Jude and his roommate. You sure don't mind staying alone?
No. Herman will protect me?
Oh, sure. Well, remember, the plane doesn't get in till 11, so don't wait up for us, okay?
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Susan. Susan.
Oh, no, please. No, I am not going crazy. Please.
Susan.
There's somebody up there. There must be somebody up there. There is somebody, isn't there, Herman? Somebody is playing tricks on me.
Susan. Susan.
Who is it? Where are you?
Susan. Over here.
Somebody up here?
What?
It's me, your cousin Jude. What are you doing up here?
I was just curious about your workshop.
Well, I don't want you up here. Got a lot of expensive electronic stuff up here.
Of course.
Shouldn't have touched my television set. Well, look, you can get a bad electric shock from this set. I ought to know. I built it myself. So hands off.
Do you always behave so rudely?
No, not always. Just mostly. What happened to my beloved parents?
They went to the airport to get you.
Oh, typical. I wrote them I'd probably drive down with my roommate.
Jude, are you up there?
Who's that?
Oh, my roommate, Richard. He's 18, but I'm much smarter than he is. Be down in a minute. Come on down and meet him.
Do you mind?
Before you go, did you happen to notice anything unusual while you were up here?
Unusual? Like what?
Well, when I was a kid and used to spend a lot of time alone, I used to imagine I heard some peculiar sounds up here.
What kind of sounds?
Oh, well, I later just found it was the wind in the eaves, but sometimes it sounded like voices.
No. I didn't hear anything. People who hear voices get put away.
Oh, is that why they put you away?
Nice to meet you, Susan.
Oh. Hello.
She's a little shy. Hasn't had much experience with men.
Jude, I may have to trade you in on an older roommate, you know. He didn't tell me his cousin was beautiful.
Thank you.
Jude told me about your parents. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Are you planning to go to college?
Well, I'm not sure just what I want to do right now.
I'm not so sure I want to be a computer engineer myself. I was good at math and just kind of fell into it. What do you like to do?
Hey, what is that? Boy-girl ploy number 6?
Shut up, Jude. He's a genius, but sometimes he can be an awful idiot.
Well, I think I'd like to write.
Novels, poetry, television?
Poetry.
You know, I knew you'd say poetry.
How did you know that?
I don't know, you have that kind of, sensitive look about you.
I may throw up.
Jude!
Oh, why don't you cut the baloney, Rich? He's just trying to be kind to the lonely orphan girl.
Jude, cut it out! He's a kid, ignore it.
Oh, sure, ignore me. Just take over my room, snoop around my private stuff, wreck all of our plans.
I apologize. I apologize for having been in the sanatorium. I apologize for my parents' death. I apologize for going up to your workshop and looking at the precious picture on your television set.
Did you say you looked at the picture?
Yes.
Oh, you're nuts. That set hasn't worked for years.
It works, Jude. I saw a perfectly clear picture.
Well, if you saw something, it was in your head.
You're wrong.
Okay, whatever you say.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Treat me that way.
You want to be treated special just because you flipped out?
No. I want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone.
You're a little monster, you know that?
It works. It has to work.
Susan.
Who is it? Where are you?
Over here.
Where?
Here. Look. Hello, Susan. I said hello, Susan. Don't be frightened.
Who are you?
My name is Mark.
Mark what?
Just Mark.
How do you do that?
Do what?
Talk to me through the television set.
It's very complicated.
It's a trick, isn't it?
No, it isn't a trick.
Prove it.
I can't. Not yet.
I don't understand.
Don't try.
Where are you?
Right here.
I mean, you must be in front of a television camera someplace.
I'm not. I'm really right here in this room.
That isn't possible.
But I'm talking to you.
No, you're just confusing me.
I don't mean to do that.
Can you see me?
Yes?
What do you want with me?
Just to be with you. I know how lonely you are. I'm lonely too.
But where are you?
I can't tell you, Susan.
I don't believe you.
Please,
It's a trick.
trust me.
No, it's some awful joke that somebody's playing on me.
It isn't.
I'm going to find out and tell my aunt and uncle.
If you do, they'll just think you're crazy. They might send you away.
I am crazy. I must be crazy or this wouldn't be happening to me.
Trust me.
No. No, I am going crazy. And you're a part of it. I've had enough.
If you need me, Susan, I'll be right here. Just turn on the set and I'll...
Oh, well, look who's back.
That was a cruel joke.
What are you talking about?
The television set.
The television set.
Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
It isn't broken. You have it rigged.
Rigged? Rigged for what?
For that phony picture and that voice. Susan, are you lonely? Susan, don't cry. Come on, Jude.
Are you trying to tell us that the television set was talking to you?
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
You're nuts. I told you she flipped out.
I am not nuts. You've been playing a trick on me. Ever since I got here, that television set has been whispering my name. Just now it talked to me.
Now, when you think I rigged it.
You said yourself you're an electronic genius.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about.
Jude, did you rig that set so she thinks it talks to her?
I didn't. I swear I didn't.
Where were you just now?
Right here with Richie.
Uh-huh.
Why don't we go upstairs and take a look at it?
No, it's ridiculous.
Okay. Mind if I go look at it? I'm into electrical engineering too, you know.
Well, sure, look all you want. Hey, only don't wreck any of my stuff. There's some
Don't
pretty
worry.
complicated equipment up there.
I won't wreck anything.
Well, be careful.
It's a weird set, all right, but it certainly doesn't give a picture.
Oh, Richard, I saw it.
You might have an induction receiver in here. You could even have a small transmitter that sends a picture to that set.
Is that possible?
Why not? What was the name of this person you saw on the set?
Mark.
Just Mark. He could even have a camera and a transmitter in a nearby house. He could just get on camera and talk to you.
But then how is he able to watch me?
Hidden camera, same as they have in security setups in apartments and stores. He watches you, he listens, and he answers. Like a two-way television setup. I don't see a camera, but it must be here.
Can you find out where the other station is?
Here's an RDF. It's a radio direction finder. If it has a VFO band, yeah. Of course, it'll only work when the other station is sending, so we'll have to wait until your friend Mark is communicating again.
Well, how do we do that?
Simple. Next time he comes on, you come and get me. I'll see if I can zero in on him.
I'll try. Oh, I thought I was going crazy.
There's nothing mysterious about it. She'd probably have some two-way setup rigged with another ham operator somewhere.
Thank you for helping me, Richard.
Don't mention it. And listen, don't say anything to Jude about our little scheme, okay? We'll just turn the tables on him.
Okay.
And don't be afraid of this Mark. String him along. Try to find out more about him.
I'll try. Richard, are you all right?
I'm okay, I think. Man, I must have taken 1,000 bolts off the back of that thing. Oh, don't mess around with it.
I don't intend to. Are you sure you're okay?
Spark jumped right out of that set as if it was out to get me.
Maybe you better sit down for a minute.
I'm okay, thanks. Same as before. Just don't mess around with it. Let's get out of here.
Well, isn't it nice that we're all together? Don't you think it's nice, Jude?
Terrific, Mother.
Richard, would you like some more meatloaf?
No, thank you. It's very good, though.
Well, Mary and I are going to catch a flick tonight. What are you guys going to do?
Well, there's a rock group playing electronic music at the Big Onion. We thought we'd give it a try.
Susan, would you like to go with us?
Oh, that's a great idea, Susan. I'm sure you'd enjoy it. Don't you think so, Jude?
I'd really rather not, Aunt Marion. There's a television show that I want to see.
Oh, really? Which one?
Isn't that funny? I don't remember the name.
Susan, don't you think you'd have more fun with some young people?
She said she'd rather stay home, Marion.
Well, I know, Mike, but I only thought that...
Look, let's cut all the hypocrisy, huh? I mean, we don't want to drag her along, and she doesn't want to be dragged along, okay? I mean, can't we be honest about our feelings just once in this family? Just once?
Jude. Sometimes being honest is not as important as being kind.
Being honest is being kind, Father.
Let's not spoil our first dinner together with disagreements.
If you'll excuse me, I think I've had enough.
Oh, Susan, you haven't even had dessert.
Well, I'm really not hungry anymore, Aunt Marion. Thank you.
Hello, Susan.
Where are you?
I told you. Right here.
I don't mean your image. I mean you.
I know. I'm here.
That's impossible.
It's true. I'm here, but in another dimension.
Another dimension?
Don't you believe that?
I don't understand it.
Think of it this way. There are worlds that coexist with yours in time and space.
You mean other creatures on the earth? Creatures we can't see?
Yes.
That's impossible.
Look in that mirror. Go ahead.
All right.
You see an image.
Yes.
Does that image exist?
Yes.
Suppose you were blind. Would that image still exist?
Yes, I suppose so.
Yet you couldn't see it because your faculties would be limited.
Yeah.
That's how it is with us. We exist even though you can't communicate with us.
We? You mean there are others like you?
Yes, of course.
But if you really do exist, if all this isn't a trick, how can I see you on the television?
Well, that took years of work and research. But we finally found a way to break through using ultra-high frequency waves.
And you really are here?
In a
with me?
way. I can see you all the time, but you can only see me when you turn this set on.
Why did you pick me?
Because you're beautiful and lonely, and I think I can trust you.
I'm hardly beautiful.
You're very beautiful. You just don't feel that way. And you like poetry. That's very important.
Why?
Poetry is the essence of communication. Our own language is almost pure poetry.
Where you are, what is it called?
In your language, it would be called the inner place.
And what is it like?
There's nothing here. There's just space.
Sounds strange.
Yes. It must be like what you call death. We envy you, Earth people, in your dimension. Susan,
Yes?
is something troubling you?
Do you really exist? I mean, I could be just dreaming all this, or I could be going crazy.
Do you want me to exist?
Yes.
Do you want me to be your friend? To talk to you?
Yes.
Then I exist. And I'll be here whenever you need me.
Mark,
Yes, Susan.
where you are in the inner place, is there love?
Oh, yes.
It's beautiful. I mean, things don't have to make scientific sense. That unknown things can delight you. What was the poem you recited?
Reason has moons, but moons not hers lie mirrored on her seat.
Confounding her strumming.
But oh, delighting me. Am I an unknown thing?
Yes.
And do I delight you?
I just heard Susan in the attic talking to a man.
Oh, come on, Marion.
You know, I distinctly heard a man's voice reciting poetry.
Maybe she's playing a tape recorder.
It was something about reason has moons and...
Well, then maybe she's a ventriloquist. I mean, she is a very strange girl.
Mike, do you think she might be on drugs? I mean, hallucinating or something?
Tell you what I think. I think she could really go off the deep end.
Maybe you were right about asking her to live with us. Maybe it is too much responsibility.
No, the girl is in trouble. We're her only relatives, and she should be with us.
You were the one who was so set against having her here.
Well, I've been thinking it over. I mean, if she really, flips out, if she's declared legally insane and has to be committed, then, well, we'd have to administer all that money she inherited.
Mike, I don't like what you're
Wait a minute,
implying.
Marion, let me explain. All I'm saying is that the going gets a little rough for us. We could borrow some of that money against my book. And it's going to be a winner, Marion, because I put myself on the line.
Listen, Mike...
Look, Marion, I'm only
it's not-
saying if. In the meantime, we just do everything we can to make her feel secure and loved.
Hello, Marion, Uncle Mike. I thought you two were going to go to the movies.
We did, but it wasn't very good, so we left early.
Is, something wrong?
No, nothing at all. Anyway, were you here all alone while we were gone?
Yes. Why?
Nothing.
I'd really like some dessert now, if that's okay.
Oh, yes, yes, I'll get it for you.
What are you doing?
Oh, man. You really scared me.
I asked you what you were doing.
Using the RDF to see if anybody's beaming a secondary into this set.
Because of Susan? You believe that crazy idea she's got about somebody talking to her through that set?
Somebody could be playing a trick on her.
Well, why would anybody do that?
I don't know, Jude. Do you?
You think I'm doing it?
I didn't say that.
Let me have that thing. Now look, this is my house, my workshop. I don't want you fooling around here.
Why are you getting so uptight?
I'm not uptight.
You know what I think? I think you are playing a trick on her. I think you don't like her.
That's ridiculous. Look, let's get out of here before Susan comes out.
She knows I'm doing this.
Richard!
Okay.
Hey, it's beautiful out there. Why aren't you two out enjoying it?
Because we're inside enjoying it.
Oh, dude. Well, we had a wonderful time shopping, didn't we, Susan? Hey, why don't you put on the new dress with the shoes and the hat?
Marion,
Oh, come on. You're dying to see it on, and so am I.
All right.
Okay. Oh, I swear I don't understand young people anymore. Okay, who's ahead?
I am.
Figures.
Herman? Herman!
Check. Mate.
Aunt Marion. What is it? I can't find Herman.
Oh, maybe he went out.
No, I can hear him crying, but I can't find him.
Well, he could have gotten into the attic.
I looked already.
We'll help. I'll go out in the ground.
Something must be wrong. He wouldn't be crying if he weren't in trouble. Herman? Good boy, Herman. Herman? Herman! Here, boy! Come here, Herman. Herman! Herman! Here, boy! Herman, I'm coming! Herman.
I can't explain it, Marion, but I don't like it.
There must be some explanation.
I looked at that cat very carefully. There were marks burned into its throat.
Oh, Michael.
Now, I know it sounds crazy. Maybe it is.
Well, what do you say?
If she could do something like that, then she is sicker than we think she is.
Look, Michael, if you think that she would kill her own cat, I mean, that just doesn't make sense. She'd love... How are you feeling, Susan?
I'm all right, thank you.
You know, Jude and Richard went for a walk. I really wish you would have gone with them. I mean, it's not good for you to stay up in that room all alone without any friends.
I have a friend.
What do you...
I have a friend.
Oh, who is that?
His name is Mark.
I don't believe I know anyone named Mark. Where does he live?
I don't know.
You don't know where he lives?
No.
Where did you meet this, Mark?
On television. I know it sounds crazy, but he talks to me through the television set.
Say again.
He talks to me through the television set. I'm not sure how he does it. Maybe he's an inventor or he's figured out a way to send signals through our set. But he can see me and I can see him.
Tell me something, Susan. How often do you and the television set have these little conversations?
Every night?
Has anyone else seen this Mark?
No, he disappears whenever he hears anyone come into the attic.
Susan, are you sure you're just not making all this up just to tease us?
I'm not making it up, Aunt Marion.
Imagining it. You were lonely, so you invented a friend.
I'm not imagining it. Look, I don't expect you to understand it. But he exists.
Well, what sort of person is this Mark?
Well, he's very gentle, very poetic and understanding. I think he's lonely, too.
Susan, you can't expect us to believe this.
I don't care if you do or don't.
Susan, would you be willing to talk about this with a doctor?
You mean a shrink, don't you?
A psychiatrist.
I'd rather not.
No need to be afraid, Susan.
I'm not afraid.
I think you are. I think you're afraid you're losing your mind, and, well, the best way to get rid of that anxiety is to talk to a doctor.
Michael's right, Susan. I mean, it would relieve all of us.
All right.
Good. I'll make an appointment.
But no one's going to convince me that I imagined this. And no one is going to convince me that my cat wasn't killed.
No one argues that. The question is, who killed him?
The psychiatrist at the sanatorium said I felt guilty when my parents died because I was angry at them and secretly wished them dead. But I know that isn't true because I miss them. I've been so lonely ever since they're gone. And at least until I found Mark. Or rather, he found me.
And you talked to Mark through the television set?
Yes. But I don't expect you to believe me.
Mr. Ballard, I spent several hours with Susan, and never once did she change her story. Has anyone else ever seen this young man on the television screen?
Only Susan.
She also told me that her cat died mysteriously.
Yes?
Would you say the cat had been strangled?
Yes.
Could Susan have done it?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. What's your diagnosis?
In a word, schizophrenia. Undifferentiated and chronic.
That's pretty serious.
That would mean she has separate personalities. One of these personalities is totally out of touch with reality. That is, reality as we know it, Mr. Ballard. But Susan's reality must be treated with respect, not mocked or dismissed. For her, this young man, Mark, is just as real as you or I.
You think she ought to be committed?
Well, by the standards of our society, she's living with an unreality, and if she's to continue to live among us, she must be convinced to give up these perceptions.
How?
I think she should be hospitalized and treated.
You think that's the only way?
She has to be removed from the family. She needs constant supervision. If the cat hadn't been strangled...
Think she's dangerous?
Oh, to herself as well as to others. Schizophrenic persons often become paranoid because the rest of the world is frightened by their delusions.
Well, what do you think it'll take to have her committed?
Well, I could sign her in as a minor with your consent. Then if the diagnosis is corroborated by another psychiatrist, she could be legally committed.
And the prognosis? All right. I'll break it to her.
As gently as you can, Mr. Ballard. The human mind is a fragile thing.
I'm sorry about your cat, Susan.
Why would anyone do such a thing?
Maybe it was an accident.
I don't think so.
Perhaps you can find another one.
I don't want another one. I had a dog when I was little, and that was killed too.
What were you like
When?
when you were a little girl?
Oh, I was fat. And I felt very shy. The other children tormented me. But my parents loved me the way I was. They always said I was such a good little girl.
Wasn't it hard always being their good little girl?
No,
Didn't it make you angry at them?
no, I loved them very much.
But you felt you had to please them.
I wanted to please them.
I can understand how you felt. Earth parents can be like that.
What are parents like where you are?
There are no parents.
Well, then...
They are eliminated as soon as they give birth. In that way, they can't infect us with their greed or their selfishness or their fear.
Don't you feel guilty about killing them?
We don't kill them. We just get rid of them.
How?
We pass them into another dimension.
That sounds awful.
No, they can still hear us and talk to us and observe our lives. but they can't reach us.
They must get lonely without touching.
Are you lonely?
Yes.
Would you like to touch me?
How?
Just touch.
But
Come closer.
I'm afraid.
There's nothing to fear. Come. Closer.
But
Reach into the screen.
how?
Just put your hand in.
Susan, don't! He'll kill you!
What?
He said he'll kill you!
Who?
Mark!
You know Mark? You know him, don't you? You know who he is.
Yes.
You know
Since I was 5.
5. But he's so young.
He never changes.
How did it happen?
I was just watching television, and there he was. He began talking to me. Well, I just accepted it, and we became friends. That is, I thought we were friends until he started using me.
Using? How?
He began teaching me electronics at a level way beyond my age.
I don't understand.
Well, I didn't either. Not for a long time. First, it was great fun. My parents gave me this room as a workshop, and I had my special friend.
Did they know?
No, he said he'd go away and never come back if I told him. So I never did. We worked together every afternoon while I was growing up.
You must have liked him.
I worshipped him.
Oh, that's how I feel about him.
That is until I found out
Found out what?
that he's evil.
No. Mark is beautiful.
Susan, he's a monster.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's your privilege. Killed your cat, you know.
You're lying to me.
It was probably some sort of experiment to see if they could pass a living thing back and forth from their dimension to ours. That's the last experiment I worked on with them. Modifying the circuits on the set so that they could get through to our world. You don't believe me, do you?
No. I think you're making it up. I think you're trying to frighten me.
Susan, I'm telling you, they're planning an invasion. They're planning to come through and take over the Earth.
You're the one who's crazy.
Look, I'm telling you the truth. All the time I was growing up, Mark kept telling me how badly my parents were treating me. He said if I'd help him and his friends get through, he'd fix it so the kids could run things. And we could do whatever we wanted. And then when I was 14, I realized how they were going to do it. They were going to destroy our parents.
What made you realize that?
Watched Mark kill my pet hamster.
How?
Just reached his hands out of the set and electrocuted him. Just by touching him, he burned him to death.
Did your parents find out?
No. I was afraid to tell him. I turned the TV set off and never came up here again.
Well, if you were afraid to tell them, why are you telling me?
Because he's using you now. I'm gonna wreck that set.
I don't want you to do that, Jude.
Susan!
Mark is my friend. I don't know if he's from another dimension or the house next door, but I trust him and I care about him. If you destroy that set, I'll tell your parents.
Oh, they wouldn't believe you. They already think you're crazy. They're thinking of sending you away.
You're lying to me. Why are you doing this to me? Why do you want to hurt me?
Oh, look, if you don't believe me, go downstairs and ask them.
I will. I will.
Mark? Mark, it's Jude. Are you there? Come on, I know you can hear me, Mark. I'm not afraid of you anymore. I'm gonna finish you this time, Mark. I'm gonna smash the circuits on the set so you never get through. Come on, show yourself, Mark. You'll wear that pretty boy mask you wear for Susan. I've seen you the way you really are, remember?
Dinah says she's very sick, Marion.
Well, how sick?
She has a deep-seated schizophrenia. He thinks she should be hospitalized.
Oh, Michael, no.
Well, if we don't, she'll retreat deeper and deeper into that other world until she can't be reached at all.
Did he say for how long?
He's not sure. 6 months, maybe a year.
When?
Sooner the better.
It's true, isn't it?
What's that, dear?
You know what that is, Aunt Marion. Why do you insist on lying to
What are you
us?
talking about, Susan?
Why can't you ever be honest with us? You make us hate you.
Just a minute, young lady. I will not be talked to like that. Now, what do you think is going on?
You're sending me to an asylum.
Susan, it's not an asylum. It's a hospital.
It doesn't matter what you call it. Why are you doing it?
For your own good.
Oh, right. For my own good. Just because that ridiculous doctor doesn't believe that I can talk to Mark through the television set.
Can you, Susan?
Yes.
Susan.
Ask Jude. He knows about it. He does it too.
Oh, Susan, please be calm.
Ask him. He'll tell you it's true. He's known them for years. They're trying to get through from another dimension. Oh, please, you've got to listen to me. I'm not going crazy. I swear to you I'm not going crazy.
Susan, it's for
Please.
your own good.
Ask Jude. He'll tell you I'm not crazy.
All right, we'll ask him.
Promise?
We promise.
Jude? Are you still here? Mark? Mark, where are you? Mark, please.
I'm here, love.
I need you.
What is it?
I have that terrible, lonely feeling again.
What is it?
Something happened.
Tell me.
They think I'm insane
Why?
because I talked to you.
They don't understand, do they?
They won't believe me. They want to send me away. Oh, Mark, I love you. I love you so much.
I love you, Susan.
Do you think we'll ever be able to touch?
Yes.
When?
Soon. We're making great progress. If you'll help us.
Oh, I will. I'll do anything you ask.
Good. No, it isn't time yet. Not yet.
Is that how Herman was killed?
The cat? Yes. I'm sorry about that, Susan. He jumped into our dimension. When we tried to pass him through again, he died. We learned a great deal from that.
Jude, are you up there?
We're very close, Susan. Very close. But we mustn't do anything to upset the plan.
Susan, have you seen Jude?
No, I thought he'd gone down to his room.
No, he isn't there.
Maybe he went out.
No, he was supposed to meet Richard for tennis, and Richard's been waiting in their room.
Oh, I don't know where he is, Aunt Marion. Aunt Marion, you will ask Jude about what we said.
Yes. As soon as we find him.
Thank you, Sergeant. No police reports.
But it's almost midnight. I mean, shouldn't they be out searching the neighborhood for him?
Oh, Mary, they won't put out an alert on anyone unless they're missing for more than 24 hours.
Richard, are you sure you didn't see Jude come downstairs?
The door to the room was open. I saw Susan come down. I would have seen Jude.
Look, why don't the two of you go in and get some sleep? Nothing anybody can do now.
Good night.
Not.
Good night.
Good night. How about you, Marion?
Mike, I can't sleep until we find him.
Come on, I'll make some coffee.
Did you look in the garage?
We both looked in the garage.
Maybe he was kidnapped.
Oh, now, don't be melodramatic.
Well, maybe we should check the hospitals again.
Vern, he isn't in the hospital. He wasn't in any accident reports.
Mike, I just have this awful feeling that he needs us.
Come on, Marion, get control of yourself. Don't let your imagination run away with you. You're going to wind up just like Susan.
Mike,
What?
do you think Susan had anything to do with Jude's disappearance?
Jude is what?
In another dimension.
Oh, now, wait a minute. How do you know that?
I saw him. Where? In the television set in the attic. I know it sounds crazy, but that's a very special set. They've been having Jude build it ever since he was 5 years old, so that they can get through from another dimension. Oh, Uncle Mike, I know it doesn't sound rational.
No, on the contrary. I believe you.
You do?
Absolutely. What we have to do is get through to Jude to get him back. Now, do you think you could help us do that?
Well, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Mark.
Yes. Now, why don't you talk to Mark and let us know?
You don't mean it, do you? You're humoring me. I hate you both, you know that? I hate you.
We have to have her committed, Marion.
Mike, I can't handle that now. All I can think about is Jude. Oh, Mike, where is he? Are you in here? Jude? Mother? Jude? Oh, Jude, where are you? Jude! Jude! Jude!
Marion, what is it?
Oh, Mike, I heard him calling me.
Oh, now, come on, Marion, you're imagining it.
No,
You heard him because you wanted to hear him.
Oh, Mike. Mike? Do you think Susan was right about you?
Come on, Marion, she's driving you crazy with her ridiculous stories.
But
Marion, has it occurred to you that she may have done something to Jude? The boy's been missing for 2 days now. 2 days without a trace. No word, no sign.
I heard him. I heard him.
Come on, I've had it, Marion. You're going to have her committed, or you're going to end up just like her.
Do you think she knows?
How could she? You didn't drop any hints, did you?
No.
Where is she?
Ever since Richard left this morning, she's been up in her room. Mike, do you think we should tell her?
No, she'd just run away, and then we'd have 2 missing kids instead of 1.
I know, but the shock of...
It must be Steiner.
Mike, I dread this.
Come in, Doctor.
No, thank you. This is my assistant, Mrs. Coates.
I hope this thing goes smoothly.
How has she been?
Much worse since Jude disappeared. She's been imagining all sorts of things. She told Marion she saw Jude in the television in another dimension.
Oh, I see. And there's been no word of your son?
Not yet.
I'm sorry. Has anyone told Susan that she's leaving?
Well, no, Doctor.
Well, I think it best that we have a talk with her then.
Oh, she's up in her room. I'll get her.
Susan, please come down. I'd like to talk with you.
No. You're taking me to that place. I won't go.
Susan, it's for your own good.
It'll only be for a short while.
You're lying. Why do you always lie to us?
Susan, come down.
I don't need help. I saw those things. I heard them. Nothing you can do to me can change my mind. I am not crazy. I am not crazy! Mark. Oh, Mark, please, I need you. Mark, oh, please, I didn't imagine it. No, please, I didn't. Mark! Please, we want to help you. No. Where are you?
Susan, this is Dr. Steiner. Now listen to me. Your friend Mark can't help you. He doesn't exist. You made him up because you needed someone to give you some strength and power. Someone to understand you. We can do that for you now, Susan. We can help you to find your own strength, to love yourself.
What's happening in there?
What is that noise?
Susan!
Dr. Steiner, this is Mark.